Hello, welcome to When Legends Talk, a book by the legend of Savage Machine, the original Mexican metal band from Northern California. Just a word of caution, this book contains topics and scenarios that may be triggering to some people. Discretion advised. Chapter 2, Plastica. I think we can all agree life has been unfair to all of us at one time or another, more so to some than others. What you're about to witness are all true stories based on my past. The stories are not necessarily in chronological order and are strictly based on my memories. Obviously, these are stories that have impacted my life tremendously and have helped mold me into the person I am today. Although I have made great strides in personal growth, something inside me has been pestering me, and I have been unable to figure out what that is until recently. I have been through many life situations that would have broken many to the point of perdition or been driven to suicide. Yet, somehow, I survived. I credit in part the people that life's path has brought to me and the fact that I was willing to listen to my inner self eventually. Yes, I would go as far as saying I was emotionally damaged and did not realize it. Growing up as a Mexican male, you are expected to be strong and stoic. I was embarrassed to show any kind of emotion, although there were many occasions that my emotions got the best of me and I cracked. Until one day, something happened that changed my whole life path. While visiting my parents, I lost vision in one eye. When I closed my left eye, I could see, but it was darker than usual. When I closed my right eye, everything was gray. Slowly, I started seeing colors. It reminded me of the old projection TVs or computer screens when they went down. You could see thousands of tiny little dots of different colors all blurred together in a grayish screen. Then I started seeing figures, but they were very dark, and eventually vision started coming back. I thought it was weird, but I didn't say anything because I didn't feel any pain or dizziness. My mom was very concerned and said I should call the advice nurse just in case. My wife and I went home shortly after that, and it happened again while I was at home. I called the advice nurse who advised me to go to the emergency room. My wife and I went to the emergency room, but hospital staff was not allowing my wife to come in with me. The reason being that this happened to also be the beginning of the COVID 19 epidemic in 2020. I begged hospital staff to allow her to come back with me. My wife does not speak English, does not drive, and she does not have any family close by, which is a tremendous concern for me and her equally. Eventually, the staff got the okay to allow my wife to come in with me, with the caveat that they were not responsible if she contracted COVID while being in there with me. My wife came in and did not leave my side the entire night. The doctors ran tests and tests, trying to figure out what was going on. CT scan, EKG, blood tests, and so on. Turns out I had what is called a temporary ischemic attack, otherwise known as a mini stroke. This was due to the sedentary lifestyle. I spent 10 hours in front of the computer at work, then came home to sit in front of my computer, watching movies or working on electronic puzzles while drinking beer and no exercise whatsoever. Not to mention my diet was deplorable. All that had to change for me as well as getting loaded up with pills for the rest of my life. Did I forget to mention I was also diagnosed with diabetes? Being in this position taught me who my friends, family, and acquaintances truly are. But more than that, it taught me to distinguish between them all. There were people who called me the minute they found out to see if I was okay, what happened, and offered to come over and assist with anything we could possibly need. Those are the people I call family because I know they are there for me whenever, wherever, no matter if they are blood or not. And I will always return the favor. There were other people who I talked to a week later and possibly longer who said they didn't want to bother me. I can appreciate the thoughtfulness, but those are the people I call friends. I care for and respect these people within reason. And there were people who had no idea or don't care, and that's okay too. But those are people I consider acquaintances. That instance provided me with the recognition to a time when I felt that all people were fake, plastic even. I thought everyone had to have an ulterior motive for hanging around with me, but I just hadn't figured out why yet. Although I had a good reason to have that mentality, I also had many moments where I was my own worst enemy because of it, and I wrote a song called Plastica.